Hey, what's up guys? Containeth here with the LEGO Republic, bringing you my review of the 7669 Anakin's Jedi Starfighter. This set contains 153 pieces and came out in 2000 and something. I should do my research. One visual dictionary read later, oh, 2008, of course, duh. And you know what, while we're here, we might as well read the little snippet that they have about Anakin's Jedi Starfighter. Quote, during the Clone Wars, many Jedi pilot single-seater Delta 7B Aerith spy, I don't know how to say that word, starfighters with astromech co-pilots. The ship features flick-firing missiles, retractable landing gear, and an ejection button for the astromechs. That is so cool. Let's dive right into it. But first, before we dive right into it, I would like to thank my good friend Jack for allowing me to borrow this set for review. He has a great Bricklink store where he is putting up awesome sets that you can buy. I'll make sure to put a link in the description below. But obviously that does not change my opinion on the LEGO sets. And I think this is unfortunately going to be one of those very rare situations where I have a lot to dislike about a set, which is pretty rare. So let that just be proof to you. Let us get into this now. Box art! Oh my gosh, look at the box art, it's so cool. Look at that. It shows you all the features, but why would you look at the features on the box when you can just watch my video? Like, bruh. Our first figure up here is Anakin Skywalker himself. This is the basic Clone Wars variant Anakin from 2008, and you will see that he has come quite a long way since then. Clearly some details. Just first off, his lightsaber is the wrong way. That's always annoying, but I put it like how the set tells me to put it, and unfortunately it is the wrong way. Also, this was before the silver lightsaber hilt, so they're using that light gray lightsaber hilt, which is not my favorite. I prefer the silver. So yeah, it's just an old minifigure from an old set, but I guess that kind of makes sense since it's an old set. You'll see his Clone Wars face there, which I think actually works out pretty well. I kind of like that face as opposed to the actual Anakin faces that they make. And the hairpiece is nice, along with the torso. No back face, because it is from 2008 and they didn't really do that back then very much. But yeah, nice well-rounded figure, even though there's not even any back torso printing. R2 though, like, wow. Nice one, R2, like, whew! A lot of white. A little too much white, I gotta say. It feels like that they got the torso pretty much down. I really don't mind the torso. I actually like the torso better than most R2 torsos. But this dome here, like it's like they had to squeeze the entire thing up in the top half. Now, I don't know why. I really like the nice silver and blue that it has going up there when you actually, you know, get to look at it. But it's literally just on the top half of the dome, and it's really confusing to me why that is. So yeah, not the best R2 at all. The build itself is quite questionable. They have put out quite a decent amount of Jedi Starfighters. For instance, there is a Sassyton Jedi Starfighter review on my channel, and probably an Ahsoka Starfighter review coming up soon. And then of course there's the other Anakin Starfighter, which will hopefully be coming sometime soon in a while, the 2019 version. But you'll really be able to see, especially in a comparison video that I'm planning on making, the differences between these two sets. However, like, this is just clearly old 2008 style, which is fine. It's to be expected. There's not much going on the wings here. The cannons are these little hinge pieces, and let me say just again, LEGO's hinge pieces are just historically not good after about, 5 years or so. They just start to, I don't know, they become super brittle, easy to break, and they're just not the best. So I'm trying to be super careful with Jack's set here. I do not want to break anything. But yeah, here are the guns. I guess you could say you can pose them a little bit, and you can pose the wings, although it's not an intended feature. That's just how they're able to get the little, like the angle right on the wings. There's a little socket for R2, so you can plop R2 in there. But the unfortunate thing about this is if you're flying him around, and of course he's not coming up now, but if you fly him around and you turn upside down, he'll just fall out because there's no studs or anything holding him in there at all. It's just these little two kind of flat pieces. I don't know if you can see that, but those orange pieces, they just stick out like half a stud on each side. You can drop him in here. Now what's cool about this one, and you know that each Jedi Starfighter that they made back in the 2008 kind of like region of years, was that each one had its own special little feature to it. Now we read in the book that this one actually can eject R2, so how that's going to happen is you see this blue thing right here. Basically you're just going to push in, and it's going to push up right there on that little arm, and that arm's just going to eject R2. But unfortunately for this set, I think the feature, it's a great idea, but only if you hit it super hard is it actually going to come out. Like I just really had to just pop that thing, right? And earlier when I was doing it, this R2 was not coming out. He'll go like this. Like, you gotta pop it, and even so, like, it's super hard for him to come out. I feel like kids would have such a tough time getting him out. Like, for me, I can try super hard, no problem, he comes out of there. But if there's a kid, it's probably not, like, it just doesn't work. Now, maybe the kid still likes it, but in my books, it's just not a great feature. I'd say maybe like a 6 out of 10 on the feature thing, at least in my opinion. And then the cockpit, it's just one of those old cockpits, which are decent in my opinion. I think they're rather nice. I don't have a lot of them, which is maybe why I think they're a lot better than they are. And they're not easy to, you know, fold and stuff, like that's why they got rid of it, right? But it's not a bad one in my opinion. I don't mind this cockpit. You can pull it off. You'll see that there is a little control panel in there, one of the more basic control panels, and you can sit Anakin Skywalker in the set there, just like that, and he fits in rather well. You can plop this back on. But the one thing about this set, unlike most sets, is there's no place to put his lightsaber. So most Jedi Starfighter sets like this will have a little clip in the bottom, and it would be super easy for them to include a clip. And honestly, it's super easy for you to just include a clip on the set. If you wanted to, you could easily pop that on there. But we're talking about the official LEGO set, and the official LEGO set did not include a little handle, a little clip for your lightsaber, which is a bit unfortunate in my opinion. And then the final feature, I'm going to turn it over, and R2's going to fall out. Yep, there we go. The final feature is you have 2 flick fire missiles, one right here and one right here. So, pretty decent. And you have the landing gear, of course. I guess I'll just touch on this. You know, it goes up. It's clearly gotten better since right here, because it can only go up so far. The front one's pretty good, but the wing ones are not that satisfactory. But I mean, the landing gear does work if you do it, you know, hard enough. So I guess all in all, it's a good set for the time, but it's just my standards right now are just so high, and this is just such a low quality build. So yeah, this one's kind of hard to place. I would give it a 5 out of 10, honestly. I don't think I've ever rated something so low, but it's probably just due to the fact that the other one is over here looking me in the face, and I can't help but compare them in my mind. So I'm a little biased towards this one being pretty bad, but yeah, I would say 5 out of 10 probably. This one, it's pretty old. It definitely shows how old it is, and that's pretty sad. But thank you all for watching. This is Kenneth from the LEGO Republic. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Oh, it landed. Look at that.